We all stand on the shoulders of giants, and Dr. Cammisa is one of those giants.
What drives him is innovation, research, and thought.
He never stops educating.
He feels that anything he can do to contribute to what HSS continues to evolve into is part of his mission.
Just remember him as a resident, very energetic, enthusiastic, very bright.
He had the vision to bring talented people here to HSS.
He was an amazing teacher, an amazing mentor, and really somebody that you could try to model your surgical career after.
What struck me the most about him, attention to detail. I've witnessed him come in the morning and prep for the surgery for the day like it was an examination.
Thierry Marnet is a pioneer in spine surgery.
Dr. Cammisa went over and worked with him and collaborated with him and brought back his research and presented it to the FDA.
Frank was one of the early U.S. surgeons to adopt, vet, and test that technology.
Motion preservation is now, 20 years later, a very common part of spine surgery. He's always thinking towards tomorrow.
I've known him for well over 25 years and have always been amazed at the incredible amount of skill that he has in the operating room, but also the incredible amount of compassion that he has when working with his patients in the office.
I had this condition that I came out of nowhere. I was in agony, literal agony. You ask a few people you know, and if you have some medical connections, and the only thing you want to have happen is that the same name keeps coming up. And that's what happened. Everybody was pointing to, True North,
Cammisa.
which was Dr. Cammisa. He was immediately assuring, he said, this is like almost non-back surgery. This is as non-invasive back surgery as you could possibly have.
But this is why you need it, and this is what's causing you the pain. He took the time to really listen.
I was free of pain instantaneously, and it was like a miracle. But to be 100% honest, I'm looking all around, and like a lot of docs I know, there's all the sports figures, and all the famous sports figures, and I don't know any of them. And then I saw Walter Cronkite's picture. And the minute I saw Walter Cronkite's picture, I literally looked at him and I said, well, you're the doc for me.
He's trained over 130 spine surgeons as fellows over the time of his leadership here at HSS. And those surgeons have gone on to become chiefs of departments, chiefs of services all over the world.
I remember feeling that first couple of months with him in fellowship, heavy responsibility and understanding for the first time what a commitment to become a spine surgeon means. When a patient walks into the door, from that time forward, he feels absolutely responsible to do whatever he can to help the patient in their spine condition.
I'm Tyler Peck, and I'm a principal dancer with the New York City Ballet. There was one morning where I woke up and I had really severe pain down my arm. It was the day of opening night when a doctor called me who read the MRI and said, we found out that I had a really severe herniated disc. Immediately, my next question was, I'm gonna be able to dance again, right? I went to 8 different doctors. Dr. Cammisa was the last one. He took the time to explain to me what was going on and saying, I like to kind of wait with my professional athletes. I don't know if this is going to heal, but I've seen it happen. I remember being so nervous the day I went back after that 3 months of waiting, and he looked at the images with me and it had reabsorbed a little. I just don't have enough words in my vocabulary to describe how grateful I am to him. I hope that he would be really proud and happy to know that he played a huge role in getting me back on stage.
What he does is so much bigger than just one individual person, but as you have explained to me, it's a team.
When I worked with the Giants for 12 years, Frank was also helping out as a consultant for spine injury.
The spine is an important part of what we take care of on the Giants, and we needed somebody with real expertise who had an interest in the athletic side of it.
This being a collision sport, there can be catastrophic injury.
The injury that brought me to Dr. Cammisa was in my 4th year. I've been having some issues with my neck, for a number of years, but nothing too serious. But then there was a few hits in a row where it was numb. And what came back was that there was severe spinal stenosis, there was degeneration in my neck, and there were some other issues. Everything was in question. My entire career, when I got to Dr. Cammisa's office, and felt like there was a connection there, and I felt like he was going to try to exhaust every single option.
Just the calm and the assuredness, really the knowledge that Dr. Cammisa has for athletes is incredible.
This man has spent his entire life studying and understanding these parts of the body and really cares. And so I felt confident that if he was going to put me back out there on the field, I was going to be okay. It was a very special ride. The career was extended. I was able to be on the field and win a championship. That opportunity was life-changing for me. Dr. Cammisa is definitely part of the New York Giants and one of the reasons why we were able to accomplish 2 Super Bowl victories in the 9 years that I was there.
Frank Cammisa is someone who has committed their life to taking care of patients. He cares deeply about quality and cares deeply about how the organization is advancing.
To be in a competitive environment with tons of peers and colleagues doing the same thing and to really stand out speaks volumes. He has excelled.
My biggest hope for my dad would be for people to really sit back and be able to look at the human being that he is.
He's highly motivated to do the best he can, and he happens to have a lot of ability, so his best is very good.
Frank Cammisa's greatest contribution to spine surgery in the field, the legacy he's created here at HSS to create what has become one of the premier spine services in the world.
People like Dr. Cammisa are what make our institution great. He's really paved the path forward when you think of where spine surgery was 25 years ago and where it is today. He's a role model for people, incredibly successful, intelligent, talented, compassionate, and skillful doctor. Without having people like him, HSS wouldn't be where it is. We would not be able to accomplish all the things that we need to going forward into the future.